Morning YouTube, it's Arwen of Tarot by Arwen, and it's cold here in New Mexico. I think it's going to get colder, but I do have the windows open. Sorry, my incense was still burning and not burning. So I've got lemongrass lit because I love the scent of it. It makes me happy and joyful and just perk up. Quick note, last night Ember and I did a video. We did almost an hour video. We had a great time and the audio didn't work. So I pulled it down. I'm really sorry. We're going to redo that and get that back up. I've got some interviews coming up for you. Roxy Sim, Pearls of Wisdom Tarot and other projects, has agreed to do an interview with me. So I'm really excited about that. Monroe Singh is the new creator of a very interesting tarot deck. It's on Kickstarter. So it's the Voodoo Tarot. And I'm going to put a link down in it so you can take a look at it now and go ahead and get your support in. It's already almost 30% funded. I don't think there's any problem with this getting funded. He's got 26 more days. So, and Revelations Tarot is fully funded. Tomorrow is the last day. That's it on pre-orders. So if you want to get in on that, I'll stick a link in there too. I love Kickstarter and Indiegogo projects. And I love talking to the deck creators and all of that. So I'm hoping to do a lot more interviews with tarot people. I've asked some other people. We'll see. Some of them are really busy. We'll see if they can help and do this. I'm going to ask Lisa Hunt, my partner in the Fairy Tale Lenormand. She's turned in all the artwork. I've got to get the book finished. And I'm not doing a full book, y'all. I'm doing a booklet. So I don't have as much work as Lisa does. My part during the artwork was more helping find stories, talking about what we wanted to do. And speaking of tarot, I'm going to be doing, this is the review of Tarot Mucha. And it is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. See? I love the box. And when you see this on the box, the bottom, you know that it's a Scarabeo. Scarabeo. They're an Italian company. They're distributed by Llewellyn. And they have wonderful decks. I'm really excited to see these new boxes coming out because I think Schiffer really made a difference on some of these boxes. Even before Schiffer, US Games did a wonderful box for Art of Life Tarot. It's actually an easel. You flip the lid up and it sticks up in the box and you can put a card in for display. It's a really, I've never seen any box like it and I love it. Here is the back of Tarot Mucha. It's non-reversible. But it's very pretty. And Alphonse Mucha was a Portuguese? I don't remember, y'all. But he was an artist who did a lot of advertising artwork, actually, in the 1920s. And he's considered one of the Art Nouveau artists, I believe. But I don't think he considered himself Art Nouveau. I think he just considered himself an artist. I do have some cards to show you, but let's look at the book first. It's a nice little thick book, right? That's a good sized deck. I'm trying to see if I have anything in here to give you. Oh, I have a dime. So you can see how it is to an American dime. Maybe if I can get my big fingers out of the way. So not quite dime thick, but it's big. It's a nice sized little booklet. And it talks about the artwork is by Julia F. Masaglia. Sorry, I'm so sorry. With colors by Barbara Nocenzo. And it's an extraordinary tribute to the art of Alphonse Mucha and to the tarot masters of the past. The English text is by Linnea Weatherstone, who is an amazing tarotist. And you've got all the different, so you've got English, Italian, Spanish, French, German, and Russian, if I'm reading right. And it opens up with a quote by Charles Baudelaire from Correspondences from Les Fleurs du Mal. Nature is a temple in which living pillars sometimes give voice to confused words. Man passes there through forest of symbols, which look at him with understanding eyes. Then it gives you something about the beautiful era, La Belle Époque. I don't know if I'm saying it right. And it talks about the art and the mystery. And this is a very feminine deck because Mucha was a very female painter. I don't think he did very many males. Trying to see if it tells you where he is from, but it doesn't right off. So, and color, but not, we don't have, in here we don't have pictures of the decks. And I think that's because they have so many different languages. So that's why it's thick. It's thick with different languages. But the English section is actually the thickest part. The English is the thickest part. So that's the English, and the rest of the languages are there. And I do like, there's a little sample reading in here. A couple sample readings. It talks about the flowers. That's a Mucha series. And it gives you the message, the secret influence, the essential sweetness, and the truth. Iris, carnation, lily, and rose. So very nice. And there's the seasons, the flowers, and then a 4-act reading. Sarah Bernhardt was one of Mucha's most popular models. He used her quite a bit. And so there's an Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, and Act 4 reading dedicated to Sarah. Let's start looking at the cards. We're going to start with a Fool. Very traditional Rider-Waite symbol. Right? Fool has a sack on her back, little white dog, cliff. And I love the border of these cards. I think it's very pretty. It's very typical of the artist. So, just a nice Fool. I apologize for getting over here in the sunlight. Our High Priestess. Again, very typical High Priestess, but look at the top of the columns. I'm going to scan this for you. Very Art Deco style, even though he didn't consider him an Art Deco as Art Nouveau. I believe that he may have been one of the stylists of this time. And look at her dress, right? Very pretty. Now remember, this is in the style of Mucha. So this is somebody else who has done this work using his style, which I think is amazing. The Chariot's an interesting choice of chariots. I'll show you the card. Here's what I think is interesting. Our two sphinxes, black and white, which is very traditional, one's up, one's down. Both of their eyes are closed, and the charioteer is having to make a decision. I'm not sure how I feel about the animals being down. It's an interesting concept, because I don't get the forward motion, but I do get the indecision, the needing to take charge of your own life of the chariot. So that works for me. So that would be a different influence for me. The Hermit, I really like the Hermit, and you already saw the Hermit on the back of the card, the back of the box. What I like about her is that she's got the star trapped. The star is always in the Hermit's lamp. And she's not moving. She's waiting for people to come to her. And that's an interesting piece of the Hermit. The Hermit is a guide, but the guide can't do anything if there's nobody to guide. So she's in a pause moment. Death. So we have a figure, we have the Grim Reaper, and there's a Pope alive, there's a knight on the ground. We might be, I can't tell if it's a king or not. I don't see any, oh, there's the rebirth symbol back in the background, the sun popping up. So do you see the Pope over here, right on the edge, the Hierophant? That's a really nice death card. I'm kind of intrigued by the way Death has his hand on his hip, like, get up, you have to go. The Devil. The Devil is really nice. It's a female devil. Doop. Boop. Now I'm going to show you a little slower. She's got the man and the woman in her hand. Her tail comes curling around. Snake. Very Christian devil here with the I'm sorry, that's not a snake. That's part of her hair. Let me back off on that Christian part. Flames leaping up. And check out her hoof. So a very Rider-Waite type devil. I really like her headdress is peacock leaves. Talks about vanity and jealousy and all of those things, if you know the story of how the peacock was created from Greek myth. Now, I may be in love with this star. And here's why. I love that her hands are reaching out and grasping that star. You know, she is the energy of the star herself. So, lovely star. The World, the last of our major arcana. Very traditional again. Now, this is a young world to me. I like that. She doesn't have the traditional knowledge scroll here. But let's take a look. She's got the 4 in the corner. The man is Aquarius. Yes, the man is Aquarius. The eagle is actually Scorpio. The lion and the bull. So the 4 creatures. Scorpio has 3 levels. The scorpion, man, and then the eagle. And Aquarius is also a man figure or a female figure, human. As the water bearer. So, and we've got the wreath, we've got the red at the top, lots of traditional Rider-Waite again. Now let's look at our aces. I'm just going to go on the record of saying these are very Rider-Waite aces. Ace of Swords. You could put this right next to another, a Rider-Waite ace and see the symbols. I love the red on the one side and just the green on the other. It's a nice balance. Ace of Wands. Again, very traditional, not quite as phallic, but still got that going on. Ace of Cups. Yep. Ace of Pentacles. Very traditional. Right? Now I wanted to pull, I'm doing where I pull one number from every suit so you can kind of take a look at those. And we pulled 7s today. So we start with the Sneaky Bastard card, the 7 of Swords, the Thief. And notice the use of flowers in this deck. Mucha was very into flowers, obviously, but there's a real nod to flowers and the floral motif in this. The 7 of Wands, the 7 is defending your position card, and we get that very definitely out of this. The coloring is very fiery, the oranges. Flowers again down on the bottom. I'm sorry, that's not flowers, that was my finger. Cups, 7 of Cups. The Dreamer, the Wanter. Those are definitely flowers. And traditional choices in those cups. Devil, Jewels, Victory, Life Eternal. It's very, very traditional. 7 of Coins. Again with the coloring. Now, I love that we have an indiscriminate, I mean, the coins themselves are the harvest. I might have liked to have seen some grapes, since it is an Italian deck, and most of the rest of the world we associate grapes and wine with Italy. Or maybe that's just me. But I love his face. I love the intensity on his face. That's a hard day's work he's put in. Let's look at our court cards. I chose the Swords. And here's our Page of Swords. The page could be male or female. It's a, difficult to tell, really. And I like that. You've got him looking far out. He's mental. He's up in the air. He's a thinker. He's a student, often, is this card for the Page of Swords. I also see that card as an addiction card. Because our minds are the addicted part that start. Here is our Knight of Swords, our Air Knight. I love the huge wings on his helmet, the horse, the movement. This is a great Knight of Swords for me. Our Queen of Swords. She is our redhead. She has that sword out. It's definitely there, but her hand is not in defense mode. I mean, she could, the way she's holding it, she could, but right now it's in I'm not going to hit you yet mode. And that's kind of her tongue. She's holding her tongue right there. Now, the King of Swords, to me, could be drawing or could be putting in. What do you think? That butterfly on the back, the birds in the air, and he's up. He's ready to move. He's not sitting down. So, very active King of Air. I hope that you've enjoyed this review of the Tarot Mucha. I look forward to hearing more from you. We are at the 1333. I'm going to draw a winner this Sunday for part of the Tarot Scope's main main video. Tell your friends, if they subscribe between now and Sunday, they can get in on that drawing too. So share the wealth, babies. I'm Arwen of Tarot by Arwen. Seek joy, y'all. Pass it on.